Press the wrong button, but well, I hope everybody's having a great time here because I'm pretty much ready to party. How about you guys? You guys ready to party?
Oh yeah.
I don't think Cam the DM is, but
Cam's not in here right now.
okay, Cam's not here right now. Can I take a message? Yes, Angel is in place of Cam the DM, even though she's gonna be Cam the clown. All right, let's get this going. Don't even go get him. Just let him be late.
Distance nerding.
Hey!
It is now time. It is Thursday. It's everybody's favorite time of the week. It's our favorite time of the week. It's time for the build. Oh, and we are gonna have a good old jolly chime.
Yes, we will.
Because I'm a ghost now. Thank you.
I'm a ghost.
Oh, heck, a ghost.
Yeah, Anna killed me a few weeks ago.
We know. We figured as much.
It's because he a ghost, man. Well, shit, that explains everything. I'm trying to put my hand in this motherfucking car and everything. I don't know if Cam is old enough to know what that movie is, but
Oh, I mean, I just envision, the problematic ghost dad that is Bill Cosby.
oh god, man. No, that's actually what I just did right there is a scene from How High.
Okay.
When Redman and Method Man, when his old roommate shows up and he's a ghost, and he's like, "Yo," he goes, like he's trying to figure out how the roommate like walked through the car, and he's like, "Whoa, I can do that too!" And he like runs outside, and he like walks into a car. He's like, "Man, I must not be high enough or something." And he goes, "Yo, he a ghost, man." And he goes, "Well, shit, that explains everything, man." Trying to put my motherfucking hand through his car, shit. Anyways, well, ladies and gentlemen, we are here And it's just us. It's just us this week. And we're going to party. And that's all that matters.
Party
Right.
like there's no tomorrow.
Right.
There is no tomorrow. You didn't hear?
Yeah.
I live in the future from you guys.
He's not wrong. He lives in the
He's not wrong, and I live in the future from Phil. So
You do.
Mhm.
You do. And news from the future, nothing happens.
Nope.
yeah, nope.
Other than Idaho killed a famous person with their potatoes this week.
Okay, he was already placed on hospice care.
Nope, it was potatoes. Potatoes.
I
Smash Mouth.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I don't keep up.
I mean,
I showed you that article.
I mean, it's okay. It's okay if she doesn't know who Smash Mouth is. It's all right. She's
They
she-
did the soundtrack to Shrek. You should know those, right?
Yeah, He better know Smash Mouth.
I was gonna say they were a hit before either of you were born, so it's okay.
Yes.
I don't even know how about that.
Ooh, but I've got my Joker game to back you with. And a lightsaber.
Anyway, the awesome guy over there is the one and the only young Phil.
Oh yes, and below me down here is the boyfriend maker outer and the cam the DM.
Okay, there we go.
No.
Oh, are you pulling up a video of her making out with her boyfriend? What's
No, he's just being a jerk.
also? There's an introduction you should be doing right now. He's Graveyard.
Thank you.
He's graveyard. Sorry, I was changing something. You'll see once you put our names back up.
Yeah. Oh God, please say you put the boyfriend maker outer.
I put what I could put.
Oh, BF kisser. Yeah. Not as fun. Boyfriend
No.
maker outer is funnier. All right.
It is.
And we've already killed her.
I hate you all. I hate
Yep.
you all with a passion.
I mean, speaking of what kills at interviews, Phil, what do you got for us?
Oh, let's talk about what kills it on the interviews. Ladies and gentlemen, she's like, fuck you all. Ladies and gentlemen, this entire channel, everything, you can barely see it, but it's right there to the right of Graveyard's head. Right there. Graveyard's pointing right at it. Ladies and gentlemen, this whole channel is brought to you by Poddex. Yes, that's right. Poddex. They're a unique interview question and episode starting prompt in the palm of your hand. So whether you are a new podcaster or an existing broadcaster looking to grow your audience or get more engagement, you're going to want to level up with Poddex. Head over to poddex.com. Use the code NERDING10, just like you see on the screen right there. NERDING10, get 10% off your order. Let's talk about Poddex. Let's talk about how awesome certain things are. Graveyard, holding it up right in front of you right now. The fact that they're black.
Yeah. No, they're green because they're you can see his green screen through them.
They're actually blue.
Oh,
Okay,
be-
blue screen. Okay, same
Blue screen.
difference.
right.
There we go.
Say Wong's like, you made her mute. She's quiet for a while. You know, Say Wong, what she did, because if I take Graveyard off the screen right now, you can notice she's not there right now. So she went to go grab her boyfriend so she can make out with him on the screen again. So,
Mhm.
We're actually at my place, so
and you're saying that he's not there. Okay, so
Not here.
so she's floating around in the green screen right now.
I don't know what's happening right now.
sit down.
Ah, a ghost.
There's a ghost on the screen. Everybody see the ghost.
Shh. What was that?
Oh my God, what was that? It was a bump in the night. And scene. All right. Now, you may be wondering to yourself, Phil is over here rambunctious and just making the dumbest jokes in existence. And I can tell you why all of my dumb jokes and just keep coming up. That's facts. And the dumb jokes are here because I get all of my energy from Dubby. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is the drink of all drinks. It is Dubby. Hold on.
And just so everyone knows, there's more than 5 flavors.
Yeah, there's like 72 flavors at this point.
L.A. Night. Yeah.
Woo! All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about Dubby. Dubby is an emerging brand of energy drinks created to help focus, concentration, reaction time with no jitters or crash. Dubby contains no maltodextrin, no sugars, no fillers, no artificial colors or dyes. Now, maybe asking yourself right now, what makes Dubby different from other gaming supplements? I'm gonna get you that answer right now. Dubby contains Neurofactor. Neurofactor is a neurotropic derived from the coffee fruit. Neurofactor helps give your brain focus and clarity, while the 150 milligrams of caffeine and 3 essential B vitamins help you stay alert and energized. Find out more about Dubby at www.dubby.gg. Use the code NERDING10. Get 10% off your order. What will Dubby do for you? Dubby will make you a much more well-rounded person. It'll make you much more alive. And if you are a female on this show, it'll make you make out with your boyfriend. So there you go.
That's what I've been missing. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
She left a bag full of sodas in her car, so she's going to grab those before those explode.
Yes, I hope they're already exploded.
A bag full of sodas.
Yes.
A bag full of soda. So not
So
just
she
a soda.
dashes. So we usually, I go with her when she dashes, and it's usually pretty late into the night. So we need the caffeine. Since I don't have any Dubby yet.
Yeah,
I'm just amazed that you said soda, some soda.
Well, you're from the Midwest. It's pop. Where you're from.
Yeah, you're from the
Absolutely.
Midwest. Welcome to the West Coast.
Pop is the most used term in America. Thank you very much.
And then when you go in the South, it's just Coke.
Yep, I'll have a Coke. What kind of Coke? Clear Coke.
Let me get Sprite Coke.
Let me get this root of beer Coke.
Yeah. What I'm gonna need here is a Cheerwine. Gonna give me a Cheerwine Coke.
Hey, you know what? As long as they're not asking for RC, it's okay.
RC Cola is delicious.
It is.
No.
RC Cola is all the deliciousness of a flat Coke with carbonation.
Yes.
What's funny is the laugh from Graveyard is like, no, that's about what I would describe it as. It's flat Coke with the carbonation back.
Oh, absolutely.
But that's what I like. You know what? And I will admit this. I'm weird. I like flat Coke. I don't know why. I like the taste of flat Coke. So recarbonating that taste of flat Coke, I'm for it. I'm all for it. Frey says Coke. She says she only says Coke.
And she only does Coke. Oh.
No, but say Wong, when you in the South, you can say, they'll say, what kind of Coke do you want? And you'll say Pepsi, and that makes sense in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. I'm sorry, sir. Pepsi is a superior product overall.
I don't know. The only time that I will admit that if it's Pepsi Clear. All right, Pepsi Crystal. Sorry. Actually, so they're bringing Pepsi Crystal back, right?
They are again.
Yeah, but it's not nationwide.
Huh.
So Pepsi is opening a like a diner in New York.
Okay.
And they're gonna exclusively carry Pepsi Crystal in fountain form.
Huh.
I agree with Brian.
Which Pepsi Crystal is just without the caramel flavoring of caramel coloring.
Yes.
Oh, it is. They just didn't put color in it.
Here's my middle ground. Ready? Coke is better in a fountain. Pepsi is better from a bottle or can.
I will take that. I'm going to take that a step further. Right? I will.
Coke.
I will agree with you that Coke is better from a fountain.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I'm going to take a step further when we say Pepsi is better in a can. Have you had Pepsi Draft yet?
No.
Yes.
I don't drink pop, so
okay.
I haven't in a long time.
Pepsi Draft. Basically, they nitro, like they nitro packed it instead of carbonating it like they normally do, so it tastes like it's coming from a fountain, and it's actually fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I only drink things that are sugar-free. So, hence, going back to what we were talking about, it's time to build me some W, guys.
W
W it up.
So flavors, guys. I need.
Double-side.
Oh my
Double-side.
God. You know why I don't want to do double sides all the time?
Why
It's
is
been a
that?
hot minute since I suggested it.
No, but you know why I don't want to do them? Like why? Because it's
Because
already
of how long it takes to measure them out.
it's already cumbersome enough to do 2 flavors, right? It's a fucking mess, especially with 7 flavors.
You know,
I
we
know
should
because
start
I
having.
didn't have all 7, but remember who made their own double-side?
And now there's 2 more flavors since the last time we did a double side. So I mean, like,
Alrighty, I'm going to do another double-side at Gem State Comic-Con.
yeah. Well, actually, no, I did remember the last time I did a double side was because there were the 2 new flavors.
Right.
Yeah. So
Oh.
Let's combine the 2
what's-
new flavors. How about that?
I've already done that many times.
What you got? What you got for us, Phil?
All right. We got Big Energy Tears. We got Calio Cream. We got Galaxy Grenade. We got Dub Sludge. We've got my favorite, the Push and Punch. We've got the Dragonade. We've got Beach and Peach. And we've got the because it doesn't fit on my my lazy Susan over here.
Damn it, Susan, stop being lazy.
I know, right? We have the Passion Joy tea.
Go
I
with the
say
tea and the
tears-
punch.
Yeah.
Tears of cream.
That funny enough, those are the 2 new flavors. So there we go.
Okay.
That's what it should be called. Tears of cream. I mean,
Tears of cream. That sounds oddly sexy for something that.
no? Oh.
Oh no, I'm gonna do it. But it sounds.
Oh, I hate you.
That sounds like something like like a rusty trombone or a or a blumpkin. It sounds like Tears o' Cream sounds like something like it sounds like a cream pie thing.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
What's funny is like my intention every time you guys are on
Is to break us.
it's no. See, I know you're gonna laugh and whatnot. Is she fucking dies when I do that.
Hey, I got her to snort before the show started.
We literally see her soul leave her body.
That happened so long ago for me. I don't remember what it looks like.
Now, the best thing ever is
The best
I made her
part of
snort
the
before the
weekend.
show, and then she goes, "Do not talk about that."
Was there a
What, like
credit
50
card
Shades
and a
of
mirror
Kryptonite?
involved?
Did you say a credit card and a mirror? Are we talking about cocaine?
Oh, absolutely.
Wait, we're talking about Cocaine Bear?
No. We can't.
I'm Dr. Roxo, the rock and roll clown. I do cocaine. Yeah.
All right.
Shout outs to Dr. Roxo and Metalocalypse. If
Mhm.
you're not a fan of Metalocalypse, then you're fucking wrong.
That's absolutely true. Absolutely true. Cocaine Man. That's called Florida Man. They're afraid.
That's just called force.
Cocaine lines, coke lines. Now, here's the question: if it's coke lines, are we saying like that you're drying up Coca-Cola and snorting the lines?
See, it's too acidic. It would melt the
No,
mirror.
no. We're crushing up the Coca-Cola bottle caps and then snorting them.
No, but see,
Oh,
you know
that
what's
would
funny
hurt.
is you
Never
know
get
what's
a plan
funny
enough.
is if you did like if you did exactly what I was just saying, like if you crystallize Coca-Cola and sniff that, right? I think that would give you a deviated septum faster than cocaine would.
Probably.
Probably.
One is made to clean car batteries. The other is under a drug.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Right? That's kind of the problem is you can clean rust off of a fucking bumper on a car with Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
This is no joke. This is like there are videos of people doing this shit.
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
I've seen them.
Just like in Mountain Dew, when the lady said that she found a mouse or a rat in her bottle of Mountain Dew, and Pepsi goes, "That's not possible. It would dissolve." Did you get that tears of cream all over your face there, Phil?
Oh, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. Woo! It's all over the place. It's everywhere, man.
It doesn't stop coming.
It's nuts. I can't stop coming.
Move along.
Take a number, get in line. Oh.
Anna, breathe.
And she's dead. All right.
It's so hard right now not to snore.
Oh.
Furries everywhere. And
Uh-oh.
Frey was talking about stroking a furry wall. That just
Mm.
You do you, Frey.
stroking a furry. Take the Jeffrey.
All right. Well, are we ready to get into our Star Wars show bracket continue from last week?
I feel just
Sure.
like a girl.
Fake laugh, hiding real pain.
Oh, yeah.
All right. That's enough with me and my Deadpool.
It's right next to the cure for blindness.
I feel just like a little girl. I will shoot your fucking cat.
I don't have a cat, man. We talking about them? What kid? Whose kitty litter did that shit in? Moving on.
All right. So, you going to move over to your Lego building there?
I am. I was actually just moving everything over right now. Boom! Look at that. New
Ah,
and improved. I
Table.
changed the camera angle, guys, just so that way everybody can see everything better.
Now it just looks like a massive arrowhead.
Well, I mean, it's a Star Destroyer, so
I know it's the Star Destroyer, but right now it just looks like a giant arrowhead.
it looks like an arrowhead. It's a Star Destroyer. It's supposed to look like a fucking block of cheese.
hey, it's aerodynamic for space.
Where did it go to, Anna?
You don't want to
Yes,
know.
I do.
No, you do not.
What does it look like, Anna?
Ow!
Never put your hand over my mouth.
Okay, then.
Does it look like a penis?
If it does, go see a doctor.
He thinks it looks like a butt plug.
Nope. Still no.
We both had the same joke right there. It's like, if it does, call a doctor. Your dick shouldn't look like that. All right.
Say Wong demands a recount for the movie bracket. Say Wong, just for you, we'll have a bracket of the best Super Mario RPGs. Ready? Go. Wait, there's one. It won. There you go. End of story.
Like, how do you piss off a Saywong? Well, there's a lot of ways to piss off a Saywong, but
I know how to piss off a Frey.
talk shit about Wonder Woman specifically.
Yep.
All right, so check it out, guys.
Wait. Do we want to try to summon the James?
I mean, The Rock sucks.
The Rock sucks.
The Rock sucks.
There you go. She got the third one.
All right. That's looking good, though. How many bags you got left there? Just that one?
You're on the
Right
show.
there?
That's how you're really dragging.
I have 2 bags left now. If I finish this, which I'm going to, but when I finish this, that is it for kits that I have right now because my other ones are in the mail. The other 3 kits that I have are in the mail. I did get larger kits this time around.
Mm-hmm.
So then
Shit, does that mean I need to build next week?
No.
I'll have them. I'll have them. Someone is. Oh my god! It does look like she's giving him a hand job.
Yeah, she just taking her hand, just rubbing it off, slightly off screen, then down.
In his direction. It's like,
Yes.
I know that's not the intention, but that's what it looked like.
Congrats, Anna. Why don't you look at this?
Do me a favor. Somebody clip that and send it to her boyfriend.
All right, it's about 30 minutes and 10 seconds.
Beautiful. All right. Good.
All right. And now Cam's dead.
No, Cam's fine. It's not. It's not an
He's
issue.
bent over laughing. Look at him.
He's not going to be fine real freaking soon.
Well, because he's going to be in bliss.
Because he's going to die.
You're going to kill him with a hand job? That's a hand job I want to have.
Death by Snoo Snoo.
Death by Snoo Snoo.
Oh, rip it off and shove it down your throat.
She's like, "Oh my god, I fucking hate you guys." Welcome to show business.
Yes.
Welcome to the show for those tuning in.
I almost snorted propel out of my nose.
I mean, I didn't have to have a call with Phil and James, and there was just a big black couch behind them on the call. So
He was also, in fact, the only white guy in the room.
Nope.
yeah,
Propel out of my nose.
5 colored, I was gonna say colored people, but I guess people of color. So there were 5 of us and 1 of him, and he was sitting on the couch.
yeah.
God, know your means.
All right. He was great snooze new. Moving on. Others, meh. All right. So
You
picked
okay?
off from our awesome bracket master, Frey, that took over for me last week. She's screaming potatoes.
Yes, Frey!
Wait, whoa. She screamed potatoes, but not Fleur Alert for that? I mean, at 30 minutes and 10 seconds, there was definitely a Fleur Alert going on. All right. So
We need to find a potato shot glass and send it to Graveyard.
I need to kill you, then we'll find it.
Oh, by the way, Graveyard, did you see the physics video that they did for Starfield?
No.
You have to watch it. You will be both cringy and amazed at the same time.
I mean, the game is sitting right next to me in my Xbox right now.
No, so what they
With
did,
Baldur's Gate 3 in my PS5.
God, a game looks sweet, actually. No, so there's a physics video. Since we have time today, I'm actually gonna find it.
Do it. I want to see this.
There's a video where they somebody was testing the physics in Starfield, and you're gonna love it. You are gonna love it with all your soul.
Okay.
I have 0 soul, so we'll see.
With all of your
With all the beard.
With all the beard. Come on.
Yes, with all of your beard, all of the beard,
There you go.
it's gonna be pure love. Ooh, they have it as a short. Okay, perfect. So hold on.
See ya, Say Wong. You're missing the Star Wars. So if you dip out, you're gonna miss the Star Wars. You can't complain about the results. Just saying.
Exactly.
Sleeping over here.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, hold on, Anna just got back.
What's up?
Ah! Ah!
Yes.
No.
Beautiful.
Now again, aside from its fucking potatoes, right? Look how they move. They move like real fucking potatoes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's beautiful.
That is a vault of death.
So it's not a volt. It's not a volt. Let me tell you what they did.
Did they turn people into potatoes?
You're gonna love this, man. No. So in order to test the physics in the game,
Mhm.
They did it for real.
this guy gathered 20,000 potatoes and put them in the cockpit of his ship. And then did that video, opened the door, and they just came out the way that they did. And it's like, oh my God, they look like real potatoes.
I mean, I guess it's okay since for science, and then he just, I assume, crashed the plane afterwards to destroy all the potatoes.
Not just the plane, not just the plane. He crashed the game after that. So, the game only works at 30 frames, right?
Yeah.
So it dropped down to 20 frames and then crashed out.
Nice.
But mainly because the way that the engine, the in-game engine, like the physics in the in-game engine, are it individualizes every single thing in the game rather than making rather than making like batch physics like how most games do.
Like Gary's mod.
Like what?
Gary's mod.
Yeah. What they did is he put a or the game developers made every single like everything in the game has its own physics.
Interesting.
So when you put 20,000 potatoes together like that, they
Yeah.
actually move like real potatoes because of the way that they did the physics.
Okay.
So
But-
what you're saying is I can gather all the potatoes and then put them in a spaceship and shoot off into space, never to be
Where,
seen again.
the way that Deadpool gathered all the gluten so that they could not hurt anybody anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'll just make some more.
No.
But
All
I
right.
figured
Also,
that
before
would
we
be-
start the bracket, you wanted to do the announcement?
Do it.
Are you guys getting married?
No, no,
No, it's for this weekend.
So the
You're on the big screen. Have at it.
Summer gathering is happening on Saturday at 10 a.m.
Some gatherings
That's it.
happening at 10 a.m.
Basically, all
Yeah, for Gym State.
I
gathering.
don't hear any excitement here. Where's the excitement? Give me the
I
make,
didn't have
no,
a
make
sleep.
me
Bring
wanna
the
go to
freaking
this.
Red Bull. What do you want from me?
make me want to go to this. Come on, let's go.
Come
Let's do
on,
it.
sell it.
I'm too tired for this crap.
You're the one who said you wanted to make the announcement, so sell it.
Why not join us down at Kleiner Park at 10 a.m. for the Gem State Summer Gathering?
There you go. Yay. I don't have an applause button. I'd hit it for you. Apparently, Say Wong says that professional football started and it's the Chefs versus the Lions. I don't know who the Chefs are. I mean, I don't know if maybe some team got upset with one of their
What is
team's
Gordon
name.
Ramsay now playing football?
Oh, that
No,
was beautiful.
I'm sure someone got
Kansas City
upset. Someone got upset with one of the team names. Now it's the Chefs.
It's the Kansas City.
Yep, they're Kansas City
No.
Chefs.
So it consists of Gordon Ramsay, Alton Brown, all those guys
God, nice
on
pool.
a team.
Nice pool. Actually, are they still the Chiefs or are they the Commanders now? No, that's Washington.
Yes,
That's Washington.
yes. The Chefs are perfectly okay as a team name.
Chefs. Chefs.
All right, you ready for this?
Cook a
Fun
mean
this.
omelet.
Oh yeah. But speaking of things from a galaxy far, far away, it may be slightly
Beskar.
closer. It may be slightly closer after some jumps. We have
Doing a
Galaxy
certain
of
run in 12
Creatures.
parsecs.
Yes. We have Galaxy of Creatures versus the Book of Boba Fett as Star Wars TV shows.
The fuck is a galaxy of creatures? I don't know that one.
I know. I'm all like, what the hell's that? So I'm going Boba Fett.
I've heard of neither.
Oh.
You've heard of? How did you not hear a Book of Boba Fett? Where have you been? Just like living
She's
under a
been
rock.
living under a rock.
I've
Thank
been
you.
living in the anime. What do you want from me? Do something anime, then I'll know.
I don't
So
think
under a rock.
I think she lied in her resume B here in Distance Nerding to not know who Boba Fett.
He dragged me on here.
You said you wanted to come
I wanted
on.
to shove this up your butt. You
Do
do
it.
not shut up.
More relationship issues here. Talking about shoving things up one's butt.
Shove the damn kryptonite dildo on my ass.
You know,
Nice knowing ya.
I don't know if you're doing anything that's actually like detrimental to his health. I'm sure those are things that he actually enjoys.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah. All right. So Galaxy of Creatures was a little short of creatures throughout the Star Wars universe that aired in the past year or two as kind of like short little things of like the ice foxes, or I can't name all these stupid creatures, but that's what it was. It's just shorts, and like I said, I was just pulling for anything that is considered a TV show in official Star Wars universe. So Frey, once again, it's Galaxy of Creatures versus the Book of Boba Fett.
Book of Boba for sure. Did she say Boba?
Boba T Fett.
He's Boba the Fett. His backpack's got jets.
His backpack got tapioca pearls in it.
He didn't get that reference, did he, Phil?
I didn't.
Did you? The song? Never heard of the song Boba the Fett? Come on.
If I have, I don't remember it.
It's old. All right, I'm old.
No,
I
it
know
sounds
that.
it sounds like something that was at least from the 90s.
It sounds like it came from the holiday special.
No. The wordplay alone sounds like 90s to 2000s.
It's called Vet's Jet. That's Vet by MC Chris.
Oh, God.
I'm surprised at you all.
What?
Would you like some gum to chew on? Instead of the metal tab to your can.
And Morgan has his privileges. Just so you all can watch it, I'm gonna put this in the private chat in case you wanna,
Well, no,
play
let's play it. Let's play it.
Yeah, it's old. But I think with the resounding Boba the Fett is going to carry it.
So okay, so it's 17 years old. So this is like early 2000s.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, so let's pull this up real quick.
Yes.
Just because again, we have 2 hours, we can deviate.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Dun. Yes. I'm already into it. Give me Pharaoh Monch all day.
It's a
Those are Battlefield 2 graphics. I love this so much.
Absolutely.
Is it ready yet?
About done. There. This baby.
How you've never heard this song?
I have not.
Whatever.
Hey, how you gonna pay for this?
This is already like early days of YouTube, and it's
Absolutely.
both cringy and like amazing at the same time.
You're such a kidder.
Yes.
They never listen.
Do I just need to leave? What the fuck's going on?
I don't even know. I've been happening to both.
In my DeLorean, war's over. I'm a piece of Mandalorian. The story is stop. Star Wars historians deep in debate, but they play renegades. I'm renegade. Should I penetrate first and second offense? I won't hesitate. Got a W2 with Darth Sidious with delegates. Got something like to go up for some money really hates. I don't give up. I'm at your solo. You're all like but it's so good when a Jawas run a shop in your neighborhood. Think you can cook? I got a grappling hook. Let's make this quick. I'm a devious degenerate defender of the devil. Shut down all the trash compactors on the detention level. My backpacks got jets. Well, I'm Boba, the Fett. Well, I'm bounty hunt for Java Hut to finance my vet. Well, I chill in deep space. A mask is over my face. Well,
A mask is over my face.
Time I'd like to waste. Get down. I'm a question, wrap inside Enigma. Get inside a slave one, find your home and signal. From Endor to Heart, Ripley to Spock. I'll find what you want, it's gonna be a car.
Oh man, I gotta look down. Has YouTube kicked us off the internet yet?
No, shit.
No, we're looking good so far. So good.
You think I give it? Your mama is a bitch. You just lit my switch. Integrity's been dead. You scratching on my itch. You know I should forget. I got the Venus and Katina's way to lick my lusty lips. So I let you get
No way.
I listened to you. Yeah, that's the comic cover.
This is like CKY level shit right here.
Oh, absolutely.
Why no?
My backpacks got jets. Well, I'm Boba, the Fett. Well, I bounty hunt for Java Hut to finance my vet. Well, I chill in deep space. A mask is over my face. Well, I deliver the crime, but I'm still there on my eyes. What time I'd like to waste.
What? Fucking Bonanza? know what's funny is like 2 weeks ago for my anniversary, we were where they filmed Bonanza.
Oh, nice.
And we're still not, we're still going on YouTube.
I mean, this is a 17-year-old video, all right?
Yeah, but the internet's fucking terrible. So.
Oh, yeah, I know.
I no longer have to hot wire.
Mm-hmm.
This is both amazing and cringe at the same time. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they gave Boba a face.
Yeah.
That's probably the dude. That's probably what's his name? MC Chris.
Yeah, it's MC Chris. Yep. That's pretty much it. I mean,
So the question is do I take the acid before or after I watch this?
both.
You're supposed to just take the acid.
You just don't stop. You just continue the acid. There you go.
Like I said, it's very CKY.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I figure we had time to kill. Anyway.
That's like some jerky boy shit.
Oh, yes.
Again, references that these two youngins aren't going to understand.
Huh?
Huh? What's a YouTube?
No. What's a jerky boys?
Oh, that too. All right. Back to the bracket, though. Next up, because, Boba the Fett won, we have Clone Wars versus Roll Out, which is all about BB-8 and his
Clone Wars.
Clone Wars.
Yeah, Clone Wars is arguably one of the best animated shows. So, I mean, at least parts of it, portions of it are good because there's maybe 4 of the 7 seasons worth of stuff in Clone Wars is good.
Huh?
Yeah, I've heard the first one's not so much. The first season or 2, not.
The
so
movie sucks. The first season was okay. Second season a little bit better. Third season when Darth Maul came back is when everything took off because they figured out, oh, you know what, we should probably go dark with this, and they went super dark and it worked perfectly.
Right. All right. I don't know if anyone's gonna say anything else about that other than Clone Wars
And Boba the Fett.
and Boba the Fett. Yeah. So I think Clone Wars is gonna. All right. Next one is when they changed Ahsoka from a brat to a cool person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I watched the movie in theaters, and I said, I'm not watching the show.
You watched the Clone Wars movie in theaters?
Absolutely.
Really? That movie was terrible. Like again, we've been making jokes on the show about the most cringe name ever that didn't make it past the movie, and it was Ahsoka calling Anakin Sky Guy.
Oh.
Like that's so cringe. I hate it. And they realized that, and they never used that term ever again throughout the entire series.
But why?
It was terrible.
Hmm.
It's gonna make people watch it a second time, just be like, "Oh yeah, it's bad." I might actually like it then.
I mean, I do like bad movies. That's absolutely true.
Remember, he watches bad movies. So you don't have to.
Exactly. I don't think people listen to that though. I think they should listen to us about what horror movies not to watch, because my goodness, so much drinking. All right. Next up, we have Star Wars Blips, which are just animated shorts that came out after The Force Awakens, starring BB-8, R2-D2, Chewbacca, and a whole bunch of other crap. The other one is Grogu and the Dust Bunnies.
Grogu and the Dust Bunnies for sure. That was the Studio Ghibli one, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Grogu and the Dust Bunnies.
Grogu and the Dust Bunnies for sure. That was
Hands down.
Then I'm going with Cam on this.
Yeah.
It's Ghibli. I cannot stray from Ghibli.
Why have you watched so many bad movies, Frey? It means you're not listening to the podcast enough. Sorry.
Do you know who you're talking about, Frey?
Yes. All right.
Bad movies because it's the premise of my show.
Yeah. Not always. Sometimes you watch good movies. Not often.
Name one.
Name one good movie that we have watched.
Yeah.
When my co-host does his birthday month in November, we watch lots of good movies because I torture him to nonstop the rest of the year, so he gets a month of picking whatever he wants. I am working on a spreadsheet with all our movies we've watched and our ratings and reviews to compile so you can see what our best ones are and the worst ones are for us.
Ooh.
I can tell you some of the worst ones right off the bat are most things by M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh yes, I will agree with you. All counts.
All right, so I think Grogu and the Dust Bunnies
in there
moves on without a doubt. All right, now we're actually going to start getting into difficult ones. You ready for this?
Like we're actually going to get into shit that everybody knows.
Maybe three of us on the screen have seen these shows. I don't know about the fourth one.
You're picking on you.
I'm not even paying attention to you.
Yeah, I know you're not paying attention. What do you think I just said that?
All right, Star Wars Rebels versus The Mandalorian.
Shit.
Shit.
Yes, we were going easy. Now we're not.
God, you just went right into hard mode.
That's what she
Rebels.
said.
I know. Rebels versus the Mandalorian.
I'm voting Mando.
I think I go Mando too. Like I love Rebels, right? And Rebels is
Yeah, I'm going Mandalorian.
Rebels does have some kiddie stuff that's just kind of like, okay, I'm not interested in this, and then they pick it up later on.
Right.
Mandalorian is basically they hit the ground running and just kept going.
Yes.
And
Despite Frey's prediction of them getting married hasn't come true yet.
getting married.
Where are you voting? Say it out loud.
She doesn't watch either of them.
I'm going Mandalorian. I've seen part of it.
Oh, so you have seen part of it. Okay. So
The end of it, yeah.
they're still making another season. So
Freaking end. God, shut up.
She's seen the end of Mandalorian. How's it end?
yeah, how the fuck does it end?
I saw the end of season 1. Okay.
There we go. That's better.
You saw the end of it, and all you've seen is season 1. God damn it.
You need to pay attention to.
I don't know what Frey's going to vote on this. Rebels or Mando.
Oh, don't look at Bobby.
I just skip.
Frey. Oh,
Frey.
Hey.
Frey.
In the room.
Then get out.
And how about you shove it up your ass?
My butt's going numb.
Okay.
Well,
I'm
then
hearing
change your
about going.
fucking position.
Switch chairs, then I will.
You know, okay. I need popcorn.
You need popcorn? I know, right?
Huh?
I need popcorn to watch the two of you argue. Just
We're not arguing. He's just being an idiot.
No, you started this shit.
You guys are arguing like a married couple.
Switch my freaking chairs.
Phil knows how much of an idiot I am already.
You did not answer what I just said.
You're not saying it nicely.
Please, can we switch chairs?
I'll think about it.
She's like a Sour Patch Kid. She goes from being mean to being nice
to being stuck in your teeth. Oh.
Nice is just a facade. I'm just straight up mean.
I will leave that up to your imagination.
Nice catch, idiot.
Frey,
No, you're not getting
Frey.
a spinning chair.
All right, while waiting for Frey to vote on Rebels versus Mandalorian, because I really do want to know.
Here, let me help you real quick.
Why don't we go then to Forces of Destiny versus the Bad Batch?
Forces of Destiny was good in concept. I think that they didn't follow up enough on
I've
it.
actually seen that.
Graveyard, you said the magical words. Anna knows a show.
Which one?
Bad Batch.
Oh,
Bad bitch. Oh, okay. No, Frey was ignoring us because she was like, I'm not voting between those two.
Frey. Frey, we need to know though. Rebels versus the Mandalorian for you. So Phil, you were saying Force of Destiny just kind of dropped the ball.
It was good in concept. It was one of those things where it was like it was going in a direction that was really good, and then they just kind of just fell off.
Mm-hmm.
You know, versus Bad Batch is consistently good. So I'm gonna go with Bad Batch.
Cam, what are you
I'm
going for?
Bad Batch.
Bad Batch as well. All right, I am going Bad Batch as well.
Bad bitch.
All right, so I think Bad Batch is moving forward. While Frey is thinking about her vote on Mandalorian versus the Rebels.
I think it upset her so much that she's just refusing.
It's entirely possible.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have Forza's favorite show, Andor, versus James's favorite show, Galactic Pals.
That tracks. James is like, I love Galactic Pals.
I figured as much. So Phil, why is your vote Galactic Pals?
Because it's a show that I've heard of.
Okay. Yes, I mean, anyone for Galactic Pals over Andor, raise your hand.
Absolutely
I
not.
don't.
Andor is fucking one. I've made my arguments for why Andor is.
So there is one vote for James against Andor.
John Smith voted in binary, so we've got to figure out what that vote is.
Binaries, ones and zeros.
This is Are
those are brackets.
Those are brackets.
Oh, okay. He voted. I thought there were zeros for some reason. I am with the Force, and the Force is with me, and
also with you. Oh,
and also with
when you're raised Catholic, that's what your default snap is, and also with you.
We had this conversation. All four of us were raised Catholic. Me, you, Frey, and James were all raised Catholic.
Uh-oh.
Shit.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
Frey's like, I have to come on because you're ruining my fucking life again.
What the fuck is wrong with all of you?
Hi, Frey.
What do you mean?
Hi, Anna. You look lovely tonight. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank
Good. I'm glad. What the hell, guys?
What?
You can't put Mandalorian and freaking Rebels in the second round up against each other.
The first round.
No.
The first round. No.
Rebels moved on. So this wasn't a initial Rebels versus Mandalorian. This was a seed move forward to go against Mandalorian.
No. You can't go yet. This is like Final Four shit here. This is not, hey, let's get, this is not a Cinderella story here, buddy. Neither one of these are Cinderella. This is like freaking Goliath versus the Tower of Babel. This is what we're talking about.
Frey is triggered beyond belief right now, ladies and
Oh,
Yeah, because I'm talking biblical. When I talk biblical, that means I'm really.
did we
in
forget
it.
to mention this is also the one with all the salt?
Extra salty coming up. No,
Tears of cream, extra salty.
I said to Huzzy, I was like, they want me to pick between Mandalorian and Rebels, and he was like, so pick one. And I was like, how dare you? I can't choose. And he was like, yeah, you can. Just pick one.
I love your husband's reaction. It's like, just pick one, dude. It's not that
Oh
big.
yeah, that's him all the time. It's like I'll be like all like ah, and he's like, what? Just do it. It's not that hard. And I'm like, oh. So he's real happy. I love him.
Well, once again,
You're not a fucking nerd like I am.
once again, this is all put into a list, randomized.
I'm not saying it's your fault, Graveyard. I'm just saying this should have been double checked.
She's just saying the world is fucking everybody over right now.
Yes.
Why don't you just
I am saying that the Force made it this way. I'm sorry.
Oh, so now you're blaming the Force.
I mean, I would too.
Here
It was made by
we
a
go.
Sith.
Here we go. You're gonna blame the Force. You're gonna blame
Right? It was
your
made by a
tools
Sith.
instead of your skill. Is that what you're saying, Graveyard? It's
Yes.
your tools and not your skill?
I say lightsabers kill more people.
Is that
than the
what
Force
she
does.
says?
He's not wrong.
Lightsabers
Frey,
kill.
Frey,
The
the
Force
underlying
doesn't.
thing is this bracket was made by a Sith Lord. That's why those two went up against each other so early on.
obviously?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that the choice for going against Mandalorian was picked last week when I wasn't here.
Oh, well,
Ooh.
no. I looked from the bracket that you gave me, sir.
Mhm.
This all comes back to you. Would you like to depose me in a court of law? Because I will win that case.
You could have said Vision. You could have said Vision beat the Rebels last week.
No, I couldn't have. It didn't.
I know.
Oh,
All
don't
right.
you-
Now that we've had our fun and extended this well beyond the purpose that it meant to
Hey, we're
have.
just killing time, so
Who's your favorite child, Frey? We need to know.
It's so hard because I love Chopper so much, but I
'Cause he's a
also love
psychopath.
Grogu. That's why I like him. He's a psychopath. And it's fucking Filoni versus Favreau here.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, there can only be one good one, or the best. You get to pick.
yeah.
And I mean, it's true. Probably
God damn
whoever
it,
wins
Will.
this will get really close to being the best, if not will be the best. So
Entirely
this
possible.
is pivot. This is pivotal, and my
Yes.
vote is pivotal. So you could say it all is in my hands.
she's got the whole world.
No, I have the force flowing through me. That's why I said I am one with the force, and the force is with me. All right.
It was actually a wrestling reference.
Yeah. Well, you know. I'm gonna say first thing that comes out of my mouth is Mandalorian.
All right. Mandalorian has all the votes. No.
Well, because had I not started watching Mandalorian, I don't know how excited I would have been for all the other stuff, and I definitely wouldn't have seen Rebels. So
Yeah.
I have to go with the Mandalorian because
just watched
without it.
Right?
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I
the
just
Force is
finished
here.
it. Hey, Force.
Yes.
A Force showed up finally.
Well, I think if we say the Force enough, the Force shows up.
Yeah, there you go.
Will
That's true.
Wadsworth says Godzilla vs. Kong is the best Star Wars movie.
Oh,
I
well,
mean-
you know, we all
literally
make
anything-
choices.
Will, if it's Godzilla, Will loves it. He owns all the Godzilla movies, figures. Most of his t-shirts are Godzilla. So
But the question is, which Godzilla is the Matthew Broderick 98 Godzilla?
The cringe ones.
Is it the Godzilla that was created because of nuclear waste?
That's
And
not
he
Godzilla.
was
That is straight up Zilla. That is not Godzilla.
Yeah,
That is.
Phrase.
I
It
can't
was
even get into it.
phrase. It was Frey's entire rant on Tuesday about Godzilla.
Oh,
It was.
yeah. You know what? I love me some Mothra. I love me some Godzuki. Those are the ones I love. That's what I want to see. Give me some Godzuki. Let's go.
Gamera is really neat. Gamera is filled with meat. Gamera. Gamera is really neat.
You
Gamera is
you know who likes to drink Pepsi? Godzuki.
Sure.
No, I have no idea, actually.
Okay.
Does or not. He's probably a Dr. Pepper person.
Ew. He's definitely wrong.
It's Godzilla from the South. Is that what that is?
He's a pepper. She's a pepper. When you like to be a pepper. We should do that bracket. And have to sing the commercials, the soda
We have to
commercials.
sing the commercials.
And we have to sing the commercial.
Plop, plop, fizz, fizz. Oh, what
There,
a really
see?
did it.
Jingles. We should do a jingles
That's
bracket.
Was
that
that
would be hilarious.
list. I mean, we all know the best jingle is the Quiznos subs, but that's besides the point.
Oh my god! You know what's funny is like I love seeing the memes for like the Quiznos thing where it says like Gen Zers will never know what this is, and at the same time they'll never believe that it was a real ad that we had to watch the day.
You sound like you just moaned.
All right, so should we get back to this? The Wars of the Stars.
Yes.
All right.
Can we have one that actually has a
She's
word
never
this
seen
time?
the Quiznos commercial.
Well, you know what? Just for everybody here, just so everybody's ready for it, I have queued up
Yes.
the Sponge Monkeys commercial.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, we're gonna watch the fucking Sponge Monkeys.
Yes.
These were real commercials that we watched back in the day. Weird shit that we watched in the 90s. All right.
I've seen them.
Cultural appropriation.
Quiznos new Santa Fe Trio subs with smoky chipotle sauce.
You seriously don't remember the shirt?
No, I don't.
Look, there was a commercial where a guy put a freaking
Polymailers are a
crescent
great way to
moon
package your
on
products.
his head, like
Whether it's
over
ordering
his
custom
face,
polymailers
and
has never
sang a
been easier
song,
or
a
faster.
jazz song,
custom
as the moon
Road
for
trips are
McDonald's.
That's right.
Yes.
I was like, if you want to get weird, look at some McDonald's commercials because Grimace had 4 arms. That's all I'm saying.
To get to Quiznos. We love the gas prices and public restrooms and the creepy billboards.
Oh my
It's hard
god.
to find a Quiznos these days. And
It
we're
is hard
here
to find
fix
Quiznos
that
these days.
because it's a new
Yeah.
day, and we're bringing Quiznos back. Go to Quiznos.com, Spung Monkey, to find out.
Oh my god. You have to stop.
I think for the jingles, instead of a bracket, we should do a tier list.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, okay.
Yes, there we go.
I like that. Maybe maybe that we can do like
I know,
a
I see Will's
tier
comment.
list. Yeah, that's
Hold on.
awesome.
Hold on.
We love the Sponge.
It's Rebels, not Rebels.
Rabble.
No, we don't talk about Zilla. Yes, we do.
We don't talk about Zilla, no.
Yes. Son of Godzilla. Awesome. All right. So next up, we have Resistance versus Galaxy of Adventures.
Resistance.
Resistance.
Huh?
We'll just say Resistance and move on for you there.
Okay. Fair
Cam,
enough.
You said Resistance?
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't know Galaxy of Adventures. I mean,
I don't either. So
I
yeah,
don't know
that's,
either of them. So
It's because you're not a 6-year-old kid.
yeah.
it's because you're not James.
Well, and I haven't ever seen Resistance, but it was mentioned in Ahsoka. So I'm like, I'm gonna pick that one because obviously it might get relevant soon.
Well, Forrest says Galaxy of Adventure. So.
Oh, apparently 4 is a 6-year-old.
I think Forrest is just more. He's on that.
Forrest has a lot of time on his hands.
He's anti-war in Star Wars. All right?
Yeah.
I think
he's adventure positive.
I think it's more so that he's like, I'm not. Resistance was so bad that I refuse to take Resistance.
Yeah. I could see that. Yeah. I love you too.
All right. Next up, we have Tales of the Jedi versus Obi-Wan.
Oh,
Know that.
jeez.
That's a hard one.
Cam?
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan. I'm going to Obi-Wan.
What are you betting?
I'm
Anna?
with you. I haven't seen either, so.
I think ultimately I go Obi-Wan. I like them both, but like I feel like I guess where Tales of the Jedi loses for me is the length of the show.
Mm-hmm.
If it was longer and they had more storytelling, because I mean they did really good storytelling for how short that show was, right? But if it had been a longer show, I think I may have picked that out. But yeah, I think I go Obi-Wan.
Frey.
This is like razor's edge thin for me because I love both of them. And it's hard to go against my girl Ahsoka. But I am going to go ahead and pick Obi-Wan. And I've got to because that little girl who played Leia was the best little girl to play Leia that I never knew I needed. I mean, she was so cute and so bossy and just a leader even then, and just knew exactly what she wanted and had that cute little robot that was looked like a ladybug, and it was just great. She was fantastic. It should have been called the Leia Show and not Obi-Wan.
I don't have my new glasses yet.
That was not on purpose.
Wow. I would not have watched the show if it's all about her. In the
Really?
least bit. Yeah.
Well, that's because you have no soul.
That's very true. I also have 2 young daughters, and if they talk to me that way,
Yeah, but they're not like one of the chosen ones.
Are they? How do you know?
Because I'm immortal.
Ah, okay.
It's never happening. There is no chosen one. They're all lying to you.
Oh, yeah.
If a demon comes and says you're a chosen one, just walk away.
Sure, give me more brain damage before I have to go.
Which demon talk about? I have coffee dates with demons every day of the week.
Stop poking me.
Hold on. Let me get to my let me get in my phone. See if I can figure out. Okay, well, no. Right now we're canceling Balthazar for some reason. I don't know. He said something inappropriate at work. And
you know what? He probably said there's good people on both sides.
Probably. Azrael, I can never say this guy's.
Azrael.
No, not Azrael. It's the other guy. Azafalifel. I don't know. So he's a lower demon, but apparently
I call him Zazzy for short.
Right. Well, he's on a leave right now. So if he makes any deals, that's off the books.
I mean, as long as it's not the guy who breaks Batman's back.
No, he's still fine. You can talk to him.
Okay. All right. We're ready to get into we're in the final 8. Stuff's going to start to get harder here. You ready?
Are you kidding? I don't know if it could get harder than it's been already.
It can't get any harder.
I'm still having PTSD.
Frey, Right.
What?
You're challenging him. Don't challenge him.
Fight, 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 fight.
He said
fight,
it was
fight,
all
fight.
put into a system, and that system randomizes it. I'm
Yeah.
making air quotes for those of you who may not be watching the YouTube.
Yeah,
I may
I'm
be a
collecting bets.
systems engineer.
There's a fight going on right now. Fight,
Yeah,
fight,
you're gonna,
fight, fight, fight.
You're gonna
Phrase,
challenge. You're gonna challenge him to a hold my beer, and it's not gonna be. You're not gonna like the ending of it.
Really?
It'll be an oops, all Sophie choices.
All Mando, all Rebels, all the time.
Oh no.
Sophie's
Don't
choice.
you worry. It will be the winner of every bracket against each other.
I love it. Bring it on.
All right.
You know who's gonna win? Fucking Batman.
Of course. He has a plan in place for every contingency.
Oh man.
All right. Book of Boba Fett versus Clone Wars.
Shit.
Hmm. I'm gonna say Clone Wars.
Interesting. Phil?
No, I'm taking it back. I'm saying Book of Boba Fett. I'm taking it back.
I changed my vote.
Wait, I'll take it back.
Left.
I'm taking it back again because I want Clone Wars now.
Okay.
You know what? Just give me a minute.
All right. We'll move on. We'll come back to you. Phil?
Fuck. See, on one hand, it's like, okay, Book of Boba Fett, again, one of those shows that I didn't really have too many problems with. I get it. Some people didn't like him not being the silent gunslinger, and that he even Tamara Morrison said Boba Fett talked too much in that series. But
yeah,
oh, absolutely.
But we did get a lot of backstory on the Tuscans. We did get a lot of kind of just like new lore in Star Wars that held up really well.
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, Clone Wars brought back Darth Maul in a way and gave us more lore with the Mandalorians. So it's kind of like, the issue that we run into is which lore, which new lore within the Star Wars universe is more worthy of being like better.
Like which is more worthy of going on.
Yeah.
That is true. And also like with Clone Wars, we also got more a backstory of Plo Koon and Kit Fisto. We got to see more of the Jedis, not just the main ones.
Mm-hmm.
So that did open the world up a lot. But then Boba Fett took down some Hutts. We got to see the Hutts again. And then we also got Black, what was his name? Black Chrysanthemum. And which I always want to say Black Chrysanthemum.
And it also introduced Danny Trejo into the Star Wars universe.
That's true. They did give
that is true. And they didn't kill him off, so he could come back. You never know when someone's going to need a Rancor trainer. But, and we got a Rancor. We got to see someone ride a freaking Rancor.
A baby Rancor at that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got to see Grogu just do the little hand thing. And the Rancor was like, oh, hey there, little Grogu. I love you, little Grogu. See, this is why I'm having such a hard time.
I'm going Book of Boba Fett.
Say Wong, yes. Mando, are you picking the show that they're Mandalorians in, or the one that Mando has that episode 2 in? It's Book of Boba Fett versus Clone Wars. They all have Mandalorians in them.
There's Mandalorians in both of these shows. What capacity are you? Also, Ray Stevenson does do no, that's Rebels. Never mind.
So, Phil, have you made a choice?
I have not.
Anna?
She's seen
and I
neither.
hasn't watched either of them. So I mean,
Okay.
Oh goodness. And Luke was in Book of Boba Fett too, to be honest with you.
he was.
And Ahsoka. She was in both of these shows.
Just real quick here, guys.
Wow.
The start.
Ooh. There you
go.
That's looking so much more like something Lord Vader would.
And it looks
ride
less
in.
like an arrowhead.
No, it still kind of looks like an arrowhead.
Which is it did at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so all right, here's how it is. Just whatever comes out of my mouth. I'm not thinking about it. I'm just gonna say it right now. It's Clone Wars.
Okay. Phil?
Where's the vote at right now?
Believe it or not,
I
these are
haven't-
harder for me
it's-
than the DC ones.
It's 2-2 right now. I haven't voted yet. Anna's not voting. You can if you learned anything from my salty episode of the movies, it is 100% fuck the prequels. It really is. I think in the extended universe that came out, all the prequel books were absolute garbage. I think the shows that came off of the awful movies are garbage. So I am, as much as I didn't really like Book of Boba Fett, it did give us the lore as more of the Tales of Tatooine that was a book in the mid 90s.
Right.
It was
I remember
it brought
that
that lore
book.
back. It
Yeah.
brought back the idea of
How he got out of the Rancor. It was exactly how he did it in the book.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Or not
And
the Rancor. Sorry, the Sarlacc.
the Sarlacc pit. Yes, it gave us the lore of Tatooine really wasn't always a desert planet. Why it's called the Great Sea. All that stuff is because it was a water planet, all that stuff. And I think it gave us the opportunity that they squandered of having Boba Fett meet Han Solo again, which they should have absolutely done. And at this point in time, Boba Fett is one of the last surviving clones.
Yes.
So
unless at some point in Ahsoka we see Captain Rex, which I mean would make sense.
It wouldn't make sense unless, well, never mind. That's not what this show's about.
No.
La 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 la.
No, but I think lore wise, Boba Fett added a lot more and brought more things into the canon verse that the extended universe had. Therefore, I like it more.
So you're saying Boba?
Yeah.
Okay. Man, you gave a really good argument too. Like that was very persuasive. I have to say that. It was very persuasive. And I think that means I am going to change my vote to Boba.
All right, Phil.
I've been kind of like trying to figure out because I like both shows, and it's kind of like, okay, well, which one do I go with? And I think ultimately, for all the flaws that Book of Boba Fett had, it did bring in a lot of lore. It did bring in some new fun characters. Shannik Fenn, hands down, everybody agrees that Shannik Fenn is one of the best characters in that storyline at this point.
The best decision they ever made was to make Ming-Na Shannik Fenn.
Oh yeah,
Shannik Fenn. What?
Didn't Rex die in the Battle of Endor? Someone's asking.
Not officially.
No, yeah. And like the clones, like we were talking about this, that the clones have that accelerated aging. So they couldn't have lasted that long unless they found a way to turn it off somehow.
Which in the extended universe, Boba Fett did. He went back to Kimono and went back and found how to stop the cloning aging process.
Well, Boba
was the only unmodified clone. He was the only clone
Mhm.
Oh, that too. Yes.
Yeah, he was the only clone that didn't have the aging process because Jango Fett specifically said, "I want for the deal that he made with them is I want one clone that's unaltered, and that would be his son."
Yeah, I
Right.
remember that.
But yeah, and in the EU, he did that because he was dying, but because he is a clone, genetically he can regrow any part with the cloning process.
Right.
That's true. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it was something I was like, hey, why don't they just regrow? Or why don't you just regrow that part? But whatever. Again, not for this episode.
all right. So Phil, what are you going with?
I think I go Book of Boba Fett. I think again, ultimately, I go Book of Boba Fett because I enjoyed the lore building. I mean, I agree with Tamora Morrison that you could have done it in a way where there was less talky with Boba Fett. But I did see the thing is that again, a lot of people didn't like that. He went from this lone gunslinger to trying to be like a syndicate leader, but at the same time, like if you understand kind of the mindset that they were building around Boba Fett, the idea was that he was tired of being the gunslinger and wanted to set down roots.
Yeah.
So that's why like I don't have a problem with the way that they did that storyline. I feel like it makes him that much more of a compelling character. It gives him a moral code. It makes it where it's like he's not just a gunslinger that's coming out for the highest bidder.
Yep.
It makes him I felt like it made him a more compelling character. So Book of Boba Fett kind of in this case is going to take it for me. I do love Clone Wars. Again, I love it because of all the once it found its stride, we got things like a revitalized Darth Maul, and Darth Maul is again next to Ahsoka one of the most well-written characters in Star Wars. So
yeah, I mean he is like in Clone Wars, he absolutely is, I would say. And in Rebels. They did a really good job in Rebels with him too.
Yeah.
All right. So Book of Boba Fett moves on. Next up, we have Grogu versus Grogu. That's right. Grogu and the Dust Bunnies versus the Mandalorian.
Shit.
Dust bunnies.
Option.
I'm going Mandalorian.
I'm going Dust Bunnies because I am not betraying Studio Ghibli.
Well, I have no, what would I say, reverence and or affiliation with Studio Ghibli. And I'm going The Mandalorian. Because by God, this thing's winning the whole thing. If I had to say it over Rebels.
Is it Studio Ghibli? It's like the giblets?
No.
I always thought it was Ghibli.
It just depends on who you are and how you say it.
Exactly. It depends if you want to think
I've
you know
heard-
how to say Japanese words or not.
Wait, hold on. Let me see if Husby knows it. Hey, Husby.
I'm waiting for him to go, what?
He will.
While she's coming,
Husby.
Phil, what are you going with?
Mandalorian, man. Come on.
Yeah, I know.
He's in the middle of a game, of an
Okay.
Apex game. I'll ask him later. I'll tell you
All
guys.
right. So Sewon's going for the Dust Bunnies, apparently.
I know I loved the Grogu Dust Bunny thing, and I know where the Dust Bunnies come from. Like I know the original because it's like one of my favorite movies, Spirited Away. And I loved it. And so I really understand, like it was hard, but I have to go with the Mandalorian because we wouldn't have gotten the Dust Bunnies with him if he hadn't been on the Mandalorian. So like I'm trying to be like super logical about this because if not, I'm gonna start like making voodoo dolls again, and we don't want that.
It's true. I mean, it helps for me because the beard also has no soul, so voodoo dolls don't work on him, unfortunately.
Well, they have in the past.
Oh, that's what caused that rash.
So there was
that explains it.
So there was a rash on his directly on the hole.
You just wait for those split ends, buddy. Sorry. That's weird.
All right.
Let's move on.
With two more votes for with two more votes for Mandalorian, Mandalorian beats Grogu and the Dust Bunnies.
Yay.
No,
Okay.
not the Studio Ghibli.
Hold on. Now let me see. Hey, Husby. Is it Studio Ghibli or Studio Ghibli? Ghibli. It's Ghibli.
Called it.
Thank
I
you.
want a pet panda.
No.
Why not?
What?
What about sexual harassment, Panda?
Sexual harassment, Panda.
So why can't I have a pet panda?
When am I getting a hedgehog, an axolotl, and a bunch of corgis?
You can have corgis, but I want a panda.
What about corgis? Don't talk shit about corgis.
We're
He's
not.
talking crap about corgis.
I want
I'm not.
corgis.
I
He
want a
said
panda.
Ghibli. He said Ghibli. Corgis are pandas. They're just really short.
I like how Forrest says it's
They're
Ghibli,
not
not
pandas.
Ghibli.
Yes,
Is
they
it
are.
GIF or
No,
GIF?
they're not.
I'm siding on Friday. Corgis are pandas.
No, they are not. They're not cute enough.
What
I
is
have two corgis.
Hey, Frey, can you please
And
show one of your
they're
corgis off?
pretty darn cute. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can get one of them.
Sexual harassment, Panda.
Come here, gal. Come here. You want come here?
Said
I'll be right back. Hold on. I'm gonna mute because I'm gonna have to.
right.
I'm gonna have to buy their love. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, it's okay. I get that she doesn't know what the hell we're talking about, and that's a newer thing too. So it's like,
It's pretty old at this point.
it's not that old. I mean, it's old, but it's not like. I mean, it was still in the 2000s.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's only 4 seasons that were in the 90s.
Here's the corgi.
My dog's cuter.
Corgis are cuter.
Are you really betraying your nephew?
Corgi.
Here's Proxy. Here's Proxy. Oh, she's so cute.
Well, my dog's
Yeah.
If pandas were cute, they'd have no problem procreating. Just saying.
They're lazy.
True.
Sounds like me.
Corgis can be lazy and they can be active. They are real chill. They'll do whatever their owner wants.
They're human.
Yeah, they're human. Yeah. All right. So you're gonna lay up here for the rest of the show? You can. That's okay.
She's like, yeah, yeah.
Well, they don't understand that I talk to the square. They don't understand that. So I come out here and I turn the light on and I talk to the square for a couple of hours and they just kind of look at me the whole time.
So you're saying you have an audience every time you're on the show?
I have an audience no matter where I am and what I'm doing in this house. And out in the backyard and a lot of times out in the front yard. They know exactly where I am no matter what's going on.
They just have some sort of GPS tracker on you.
Yeah, they're my security detail.
Of course they are.
So where's your turtle
My turtle?
for your entourage?
No, I don't have a turtle. That was good.
I still want to pet panda.
All right.
I've been told like many times
get
that
plenty.
I resemble
Or a hedgehog.
Turtle?
Mr. Ferreira.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I look like Turtle.
Aw.
All right.
I could see that. You could do that for Halloween.
Just be Joey Ferreira.
Yeah.
You guys ready for the next difficult one?
Oh God, bring it on!
Bad Batch versus Andor.
Andor.
Bad Batch.
Yeah, no, I go Andor. I love Bad Batch as a show. It's a really good show. But Andor was so well written and so well done. And
I haven't watched Andor yet.
yeah,
I've never
no.
heard of it.
Oh my gosh.
I expect that from you, not from you though.
Who are you talking about, Phil?
Oh, there we go.
You got you. Come on.
Come on.
Guys to figure out.
Well, yeah, I
He's
just
very disappointed in you, and only slightly and only marginally in
Marginally.
I'm not surprised.
I think it's actually reversed there, Cam.
me. I know. That's why I said
That's like
that.
no, I really honestly like with Andor, just to piggyback off of Phil, the writing was really well done, but it was also beautiful. It wasn't, and it was a TV show that had cinematic quality, and it was so layered. The story was so layered that you can watch it over again and see something new that you didn't see before. And I love the Bad Batch. I mean, heck, it was the first episode I did for Classified. I mean, obviously I love the show. But it didn't have that depth. I mean, I was really sad when Tech died. And I was, I've been really sad when things have happened to all of them. And I don't want Omega to be in this crazy Dr. Hemlock's, mad scientist laboratory. But I just think Andor was just so much better and so Star Wars, overall Star Wars. And that's what I wanted. It had the chase scenes, it had the political intrigue, it had people shooting people, consequences, prisons.
You know what's crazy about Andor is within the first 5 minutes of the show, there is a straight up murder. And
yeah.
Do not expect that on a Disney show. Just like,
right.
What the fuck just happened right now?
Like, it's like cold-blooded murder.
Yeah.
And it's the title character of the show that kills them. He's the murderer.
Just straight up murders a dude, and you're just not expecting that the main character of the show is just going to kill a dude in cold blood. And you're just like, what the fuck just happened right now? This is amazing.
Say one. Now it's tied. All right, with 4 saying Bad Batch, it's tied. Because my vote's Andor. Now it's tied. So say Wong, you and only you have the power. So pick. I don't care what Van says from somewhere else in the world.
Forz's his whole response, Bad Batch for the love of God.
Bad Batch. Oh yeah.
He's only saying that because he didn't like fucking
Rogue One.
Rogue One. He didn't like Rogue One.
Get it? You didn't like Rogue One, but this show is not Rogue One.
No, it's not.
It is very much more layered. It has so many more. Like, dude, they have an explanation of how the fucking Death Star got built without anybody knowing.
Yep.
And it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And each episode builds on the episode before it. And so it does feel like that. It feels, at the end of it, you almost feel that oppressive nature of the Empire to that point where you almost can't breathe. I mean, it's that good. That's how impactful the show is. So.
Wow. Say Wong said Bad Batch. So Bad Batch beats Andor.
This is a travesty.
It is.
And I'm just glad that I was here to see it so that I can talk about it to my grandkids.
So Padme's winning, right?
This actually is a Padme moment.
It's okay, say Wong, to be wrong. It's okay. All right, next up, Resistance versus Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan. You know why it took me a second is because you said Resistance and I automatically thought Rebels. And that's why it took me a second to say Obi-Wan. That's why I went, Obi-Wan.
Anyone voting for Resistance? I don't think so.
Resistance only made it this far because it went up against shows that weren't as good.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
You're assuming there's more good Star Wars shows than bad, and that's not the case. All right, so Obi-Wan clearly moves forward. All right, we're down to our final 4 for this bracket.
Yay.
All right, well, just because of how it landed, how it went, we have Book of Boba Fett versus
Bobo.
yes, Bobo
Booka, Bobo.
versus Mandalorian.
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 Gee, Mandalorian.
Mandalorian, because Book of Boba Fett was basically Mandalorian season 2.5. So I mean, like,
Yeah.
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 Okay. One of the things that I love the most in the world right now is that on Tuesday we were playing the LA Night like the LA Night soundbite so much that Frey now understands why me and James say yeah like that.
Yep.
And he does it.
They played it so much and finally like explained to me. So now I'm like, oh my god, no, I love that. So
I didn't see any complaining from you, Frey, when the inferior Return of the Jedi won it all.
Hey now, say Wong. That right there are fighting words because we won fair and square.
I disagree.
Well, you were in the losing part. I guess you're just gonna have to be okay with it because how many times has Wonder Woman gone down when it shouldn't have gone down? Do not get me wound up about this.
Ready to murder everybody, get out of the way.
All
Move
right.
first, please.
Huh? Oh, bloopers. Yeah.
All right. So next up, Bad Batch versus Obi-Wan.
Ooh.
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan.
Huh?
Yeah, I go Obi-Wan. Sorry,
Say
that
it
one,
again so Anna can hear.
that
Obi-Wan is a Jedi from 6 movies.
Obi-Wan versus what it was it again for Anna?
Bad Batch.
Oh, I'm going Bad Batch. It's the only one I've basically seen.
I mean, that's fair.
Oh,
If
yeah.
that's it.
Anna's not a Star Wars fan, so it's fine.
What?
If we do anime, then I know what the heck I'm talking about.
She seems as much of a Star Wars fan as I am a DC.
Speaking of DC, actually next week is on Saturday is Batman Day, and they are throwing the Dark Knight trilogy back in theaters.
Yeah, the Batman trilogy. Yeah, I have a feeling they're trying to do that to pit them against each other and see if Barbie will top it again, which she will. But
Which I've already bought my tickets to go see the Nolan trilogy in theaters.
It's not playing everywhere though. It's weird. It's only
It's
like
in Regal's finally, so
yeah, like I
it
think
just
that's
finally showed up in Regal just a couple days ago.
yeah, I think more are going on the way, but there weren't that many that it was going to go to. You know what? I say great. Go and watch that if you want to watch it. I won't because I actually own them. And
I own them too, but I would
I
just
just
want to
don't
re-see them
wanna-
on the big screen.
Being in the theaters, it's the experience that people are wanting to go see. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
I'm all for
my
that.
First ever and my only midnight movie showing was for The Dark Knight. So
Oh, was it? Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
So-
No, then
so it
definitely
holds a
go and see
special
it.
place.
Aw. Yeah, see I saw Batman 89 3 times. Once at a drive-in.
Okay.
Once the only back then the only show, the very first showing was at like 3 p.m. and it was this one theater that only showed one movie, and that was the movie. So it was this huge theater. So I saw it there, and then I just saw it again at like just a regular movie theater. So
Yes, it's called The Flash.
no, I saw that not that one. No, I only saw
Oh,
Flash.
you saw Flash 3 times? Oh,
I saw Flash twice because we watched it at home the other day,
I'm-
and it
I'm
was
saying
still
the-
really good.
I'm saying The Flash was a sequel to Batman 89.
Yeah, but no, I saw Batman 89.
No. It's a sequel to all of those Batman films. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
I believe one
This
of them was
is-
not. One of them was not mentioned.
This is not the show for that.
I believe one of them was not mentioned though.
What?
Which one?
Which one?
Forever.
Yeah, I didn't say forever. Poor
Cam
Val
said-
Kilmer.
Cam
All right,
said-
Forever was not.
Yeah, Cam said all Batman movies referenced. No, they weren't.
Mm-mm.
No, they weren't. Okay, I take that back.
See, DC fan right here.
I still call bullshit.
Yeah, but you know, they would
If you're a
say
DC fan,
that.
if you're a shitty movie fan.
They would say that about if they'd say, "Oh, we have all the James Bonds, but nobody talks about George Lazenby. No one talks about Lazenby."
Because
That's all
Lazenby
I'm
doesn't
saying.
exist. We're not going to.
Lazenby does. Only James Bond to get married.
All right, we are in the final ones. Final one, actually. So you guys ready? Because Obi-Wan beat Bad Batch. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Good.
there was no coming back from that.
Because it beat Andor and needs to go away.
Oh, do
Oh.
I have food on my leg? Ow, yeah.
All right. So the finale for the best Star Wars
Mhm.
TV show at this point in time.
Ooh.
The Mandalorian versus Obi-Wan.
Oh,
You know what's funny is like that was inevitable. It had to be one. It had to be those two.
well, no, because I actually thought it might be Andor and the Mandalorian. I honestly thought that that Andor would be in the final two. So it's a little odd for me, but I'll accept it.
We have appeased the fray.
I'll allow it.
I'll allow it. I'll wait to hold. I'll wait to vote. All right. I am going Mandalorian. And it's not because of Grogu in the least bit. It is because it is such a lore deepening show.
Yeah.
That the Mandalorians never truly fully get their credit in any medium I've ever felt. It's always been a wayside because they're always the bounty hunters. You know, the Mandalorian versus the Jedi Wars that existed, all this stuff, and it becomes the people that are the vagrants of the universe, galaxy, and they're all brought together.
Yes, it is.
So, as much as I liked Obi-Wan, but Mandalorian is better. If it wasn't for Mandalorian, we wouldn't have these other shows.
That's true. That's absolutely true. So, and yeah, I agree. I'm gonna say Mandalorian as well, even though I do love me some little Leia. So,
I mean, I go Mandalorian as well. Mandalorian in itself, like kind of one of the points you mentioned is it, the whole show, like that there would not be these live action shows without the Mandalorian.
Right.
True.
But it's not just that. It was just so well done. Like there's nothing that was done. Like it was executed perfectly.
Mm-hmm. It was the Iron Man of the Star Wars live action shows. It started it all. We would not have clamored for Ewan McGregor to come back as Obi-Wan if it wasn't for Mandalorian, to see how we were able
and Hayden Christensen.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, and we wouldn't have Hayden Christensen in Ahsoka or Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka. We wouldn't have any of this. I mean, Mandalorian. Yeah, it started everything. I mean, if we're looking at it from that perspective.
Right. So Star Destroyer's done.
Yay!
Now check
Force
this out.
loves them. I'm watching.
So we have the Star Destroyer itself, but then you see like the regular Star Destroyers on here.
Yep.
Give scale to how big Vader's flagship is. But not only that, It comes with this cool little 40th anniversary.
Oh, neat. Oh, I love that. Oh, and that's Vader.
Yeah. And that just kind of sits on the front right here. The nameplate on the front just says Star Wars Executor.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
So I'm very happy with this. Now it's not the big Lego Star Destroyer set that they have out there, but I mean, it does make me happy that I got to build a Star Destroyer. So,
Oh yeah,
that's awesome. That's
Vader,
really neat.
He wasn't compensating for anything that got burnt off. All right. So Forrest says he was happy with whoever wins. Say Wong season wait to vote. So Say Wong, you can cast your vote. But as of right now, Mandalorian is going to win this.
I think it should. I think it's been a significant inspiration for other shows, and I think it's been done very well. I mean, I think the lore's been really good and in line with George Lucas's vision, but also it's been Filoniified and Favreau'd.
Yep.
So I do think that it. I mean, honestly, I think it should win.
Oh yeah, this really proved more so than anything else that these people need to be in charge of the Star Wars universe going forward.
Yeah.
Is that you have the nerds in charge, the Star Wars fans in charge of Star Wars, and not stupid studio decisions by Kathleen Kennedy and Bob Iger and all this other crap that goes into it.
Yeah, Bob Iger just needs to not be.
And Kathleen Kennedy, she needs to go away too.
I mean, the Kathleen Kennedy, she's made some good decisions. Like some of the decisions that she made, putting Filoni in charge was her decision. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, things like that. You know, like giving Jon Favreau a shot at Star Wars was her decision. So I mean, like there are things that she's done that have been good. Just
She single-handedly almost destroyed it though.
I blame Iger for a lot of stuff because a lot of the decisions that people blame Kathleen Kennedy for, a lot of it is Bob Iger too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the sequel trilogy, the everything we hate about the sequel trilogy is Bob Iger.
Yep. It's that whole space spider maneuver all over again.
Well, because his whole thing was Iger's the big problem with Iger was, and I've said this on the show like multiple times in the past, that his whole thing was, I don't think this version of the movie that you guys are making is going to make money. So I think we should do it this way. Bob Iger was the one who had the idea to bring fucking Palpatine back in.
Yes. But I think Kathleen Kennedy's position should be that she's in the same position that, Kevin's in, and put your foot down and say no.
No, right. And that's the thing, is that Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah, because it's so much easier for women in this industry to put their foots down and say no to someone who writes their check.
Right. Kathleen Kennedy, it's kind of more so like with her, the situation with her is a lot of it is kind of like, that Bob Iger is in charge and he's going to sit there and say, well, no, we're going to do it my way because this is what I think is going to make money. And she's not going to question it because she's afraid of losing her job.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas from the beginning, somebody's mic is going nuts.
It was mine. Sorry.
Okay.
I think I fixed it.
From the beginning, Kevin Feige was like, we either do this my way or we don't do it at all. So a lot of it is just kind of more from the beginning. Kevin Feige kind of set the boundaries at the beginning, whereas I don't think Kathleen Kennedy did the same thing when she got there. And it got to the point where Iger was already like, I'm calling the shots and you can't do anything about it. It was so far gone in there that it was like, okay. So I think a lot of it just has to do with the amount, with the type of boundaries that they set at the beginning of their tenure as their positions there. And I think a lot of where Kathleen Kennedy figured things out was, okay, this is not working, and Bob Iger keeps doing all this. We need to put creatives in charge that, I need to put creatives in charge that will set those boundaries right off the bat, which is what Filoni and Favreau did from the beginning. Is we are doing what we want with this, because what we're gonna do is going to appease both fans and the people who are spending the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll make more money if it's a good concept and good story all the way through.
Right. You know, like the whole thing was like, again, J.J. Abrams had an entire Bible that he had written out. There was an entire storyline set in place. And what's his face? The director from the second movie,
Rian Johnson.
Rian Johnson was like, well, I'm not going to do anything that's in this Bible. And I want to do something that has shock value that's equal to Vader is Luke's father.
What?
Right. So it's like, how do I do this? Oh, let's kill off Supreme Leader Snoke, which was a fucking dumb move. That's you know, it just, there were a lot of missteps in the second movie just for the fact of, I'm going to do what I want and I don't care what you did, right? Or like what you had written. That's why he wrote in the because he said the thing that had the most equal shock value to Luke, I am your father, is Rey, you're a nobody. And they had to find, and that's the whole thing, is they had to find their way into fixing that, right? Like, how do we fix this?
Because they didn't.
No, they didn't at all. Again, going into the third movie, it was Bob Iger that said, okay, just people like Palpatine, put Palpatine in there, and you'll make Rey a Palpatine. And J.J. Abrams was like, no, because he wanted to go back to the original story that he had, where I guess in the story that he had written, it came out that she was related to Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
See, I always thought that she was supposed to be like Obi-Wan, not his granddaughter, but like a relative or, you know, first cousin once removed. No, I'm kidding about the first cousin once removed. But I did think that maybe she was like a niece or something.
And I always wondered if from the first movie, if the play was to make them the Solo twins.
Oh, absolutely. They're Jason and Janet all the way through.
Right. Because like if you look at their dynamics, they're definitely Jason and Janet, right? But the thing is, when I do feel like you get a more compelling character if she was like separated at birth, and you know, we don't know that she's a Jedi and she becomes a Jedi, you know, and things like that. You get more out of Rey with that character, you know, and it seemed like they were playing that up, right? Because like the biggest plot hole in the trilogy is in Force Awakens. She grabs Anakin's lightsaber specifically and has a Force vision. Why else would she have a fucking Force vision if she grabbed Anakin's lightsaber? Other than being Anakin's granddaughter.
Yeah.
Right? You know, and like, you know, I always thought it was a dumb move to make Kylo Ren Ben Solo, because Kenobi didn't have that much of a connection with the Solos as he did with.
Not even close.
Yeah.
Are we talking Trapezoid Man?
It made more sense for Ben Skywalker in the in the extended universe that he would name his son after the biggest influence in his entire life.
Yeah.
Right. Naming Kylo Ren Ben Solo, like, why would they name their son Ben when they had a very tangential kind of relationship with Obi-Wan?
But not anymore. Not with Obi-Wan.
Well,
Obi-Wan saved her life.
And that adds context to why she would name her son Ben, right? Like that's a save move. That's something that they added after, rather than something that they had planned all along.
Oh
yeah. Instead of being proactive, a lot of the stuff they're doing now is reactive to fix stuff that's in.
Which is Filoni's entire career. Filoni's entire career has been, people fucked up these stories. How do I fix it?
Yeah.
You know, like again,
George said, "This isn't right. I've got to fix it."
like look at the whole point in Clone Wars was to bridge all of the shit that everybody hated in the prequels.
Yeah.
And after the Clone Wars happened, after the Clone Wars cartoons happened, now everybody loves the sequel.
Not Graveyard.
Well, not Graveyard, but I mean, like, you look at how much people have reverence to the prequel trilogy now, right?
Mhm.
It has more to do with Filoni than it does people going back and rewatching those movies and be like, you know, on second thought, these movies weren't that bad. No, they're still shit. It's more so that Filoni came in and put context to things and made shit that didn't make sense make sense, because he's that good of a storyteller that he could do that.
Yeah, no, and he knows the universe. He because he's been George's protege for so long, he knows things that other people wouldn't know,
Right.
because he listens to George tell the stories of the characters and he understands what their motivations are. So I trust him more than I would trust J.J. Abrams to do things. Yeah. So.
J.J. Abrams, and my camera's off, by the way, because I'm going to move my laptop real quick and I don't want to give people motion sickness. But I mean, like,
yeah,
Abrams is, and the thing is that it's very clear when you watch Force Awakens that he understands Star Wars.
Yeah, I just don't think he understands it like Filoni does. Filoni's got like he cut his teeth on it almost like that, and it's so hard, and so and so I feel like it's in good hands with Filoni, and I feel like Kathleen Kennedy has put herself into a position where she doesn't really make that many decisions. She's just okay, Dave, whatever you want to do, Dave, kind of thing. So
right,
What are you doing,
but
Dave?
like,
hello, Dave.
I can't do that, Dave.
Would you like to play a game, Dave?
Can't do
man.
that anymore, Dave.
Well, do you guys want to know the preview for the next bracket?
Yeah.
And the
Let's
Mandalorian.
do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
The preview is sci-fi TV shows that aren't comics.
Yeah.
heroes, that aren't Star Trek.
Firefly.
I mean, yes, Firefly is definitely on the list. Firefly. And I cannot wait for Say Wong to complain of all the shows I didn't put on this.
Just okay. Three.
Wait,
I
did
just
Terra Nova make it?
No.
Oh man, I was gonna say I have 3 shows that I just need you to give me a yes if they're on the bracket. Right? I don't care where they are in the bracket, but obviously Firefly being one.
Oh, absolutely.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yes.
And Stargate.
Yes.
Okay.
Which Stargate?
All of them.
Both.
You shut your mouth. Universe does not exist.
If I had to pick one, it's SG1.
SG1 is the best.
SG1 is the one that's the most memorable.
So you may have picked 2 shows that happen to be on my sci-fi list.
Oh, it's not SG1?
Oh no. You know how people get tattoos of their bullshit star reading crap, Leos and
Astrological signs.
Yeah.
Yes. Instead, I have Stargate chevrons.
Yes.
For me, my wife, my 3 kids, with their birthdays all in Stargate text on my
Ooh.
list.
How much do you love that we interviewed fucking Goku,
Peter
Kalamis, because he was in Stargate.
Who was he in Stargate?
Who did Peter play in Stargate? He
Was he one of the traditional aliens?
I want to say he was. I know he was in
He did a voice, right? He voiced one of the aliens, I thought. Not the you know which one I'm talking about. Not the robot ones.
No, he's
the little
Dr.
gray men ones.
He's Dr. Adam Brody.
Oh, he's Dr. Adam Brody. Okay, never mind. That's not who I was thinking of then.
Dr. Adam Brody.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Dr. Adam Brody.
Yeah.
Yep, he said Dr. Adam Brody.
Okay, yeah. He was on Icarus.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. We interviewed him.
But see, that's
I
Stargate
love
Universe.
Stargate.
That's Stargate
Why
Universe. I
don't we
don't
talk
acknowledge
about
it.
Stargate more? I enjoy Stargate. We should do that.
I know,
You know,
right?
you should nerd out about that, Mr. Graveyard.
Oh, for a preview, one of the shows I am going to nerd out about is on here, and it's called Eureka.
I loved Eureka. My favorite was The House.
Yes, Sarah.
Yeah, Sarah the House was my
so
favorite.
So previews just to get people, we have Dollhouse.
Okay.
Dirk Gently.
Oh yes, Dirk Gently's
Deep cut for
amazing.
lots of people. Battlestar Galactica.
Wait, which one?
Where Starbuck is a woman.
Okay, so the new one.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Edward James Olmos.
Yes. Stranger
Jamie
Things.
Bomber.
I don't know if anyone's heard of Stranger Things here.
I've seen the first season.
That's
Not like I went on 2 tangents about it.
No.
If Cam were to bust a nut over any TV show, it would be Stranger Things.
And
Again.
Supernatural.
Bust a
All
nut
right.
again.
Falling Skies.
Oh, I watched like the first couple seasons of that. That's Noah Wiley. Yeah.
Yes. Lost.
Ooh.
Yeah, Lost. Yeah.
The Expanse.
You know what? I've seen one episode of that.
How good it is. Yes.
Yeah,
Everybody
I haven't seen it either.
about how good it is. Like everybody talks about how good The Expanse is. I haven't started watching it. So fun fact, and it's not that it's not on my list. It's just one of those shows that's like really, really long and I haven't watched it yet. But fun fact, Amazon Studios was established specifically because when they canceled The Expanse,
On Sci-Fi, right?
yeah, when they canceled the show, Bezos's son was really into the show, so he bought a studio just so he could revive The Expanse.
Yes.
Huh.
I am on book 6 of book 9 of the series before I watch the show.
Oh, okay. Oh, are you one of those where you have to like read everything before you watch the show?
Yes.
So you read all the Game of Thrones books before you watched Game of Thrones?
Yes.
But it's not finished yet. Did you not finish Game of
it never
Thrones?
will be.
Which
Yeah.
is why he knows that after season 6 it deviates hard.
After season 3, it deviates hard.
I mean,
as soon as they didn't bring back Lady Stoneheart, it was over.
Yeah.
That's when it deviated where it could never come back around.
The Red Wedding was still good though. I mean, like
it was. I do agree. Like the stuff that like the Hard Home stuff where they went to Hard Home. I thought that was really great. And like the Battle of the Bastards and stuff.
Yes.
I thought that was amazing television. But yeah, I just honestly was like, because I read the books after, I think after the 3rd or 4th season, and then read like all 4 books at that time in like a month and a half.
Yeah.
And then when the other book came out, I read that one. And so, but
it's because George R. R. Martin fucked
Thank
off
you, Fours.
Stranger Things is goat.
There's a goat?
It's because like I said, it's because George R. R. Martin fucked off him about a lighthouse. So he's like, I'm not gonna write this book. I've got lighthouse money. I'm not writing this book.
I've got lighthouse money.
So what's left on here is The Magicians.
Oh, I love that show.
Which I
need
of course
to
read the
finish
books
that.
first.
I'm literally rewatching The Magicians right now.
X-Files.
Oh yeah. Oh, you got to put X-Files on there. It wouldn't be a sci-fi
That's
list
also
without
on my
it.
leg. Orphan Black.
Oh yeah, that should be on there too. I think that's probably the most interesting cloning show I've ever seen.
Westworld.
Yeah.
I don't think of Westworld as a cloning show though.
Do you not think they're cloned when they die and get rebuilt?
No, but they're more androids than they are clones.
Yeah. It's like they're trying to fit human consciousness into androids. So
Right.
it's not really they're not really clones.
Say, well, in case you haven't noticed, have I said anything animated on this list?
Yeah,
yet?
it's not this ain't the animated stuff. Is
Doctor
Probe in there? Because Probe is also a show
I
that
would
has
guess
to
what
do
you're
with
about to say is
sci-fi.
Doctor Who Graveyard.
Yes.
Doctor Who needs its own
I'm
bracket.
Doctor
doing
Who
some.
does need its own bracket.
Oh man, if only there was a list out there you could put stuff on.
Don't worry, Graveyard. Probably by the end of tonight, there'll be at least a half a page.
Okay.
I ain't giving you shit. No, just
Ooh,
kidding.
Angel. You know what?
Angel was good. I liked that show.
There's arguments that Angel was better than Buffy.
No.
There are a lot of arguments.
Oh, them's fighting hurts in this house.
Well, no, but it isn't, because there were some really good parts of Angel, and the whole way they did the Illyria thing was fantastic. I think that was amazing. But a lot of the Buffy writers had come over by then, and so that's why they did it.
Oh yeah.
But I just feel like Buffy itself, it got consistently better each season, and it even got better through a switch of networks. It switched networks after season 5 into season 6. So it's like, and it still kept its quality. So I feel like it is a solid show. It went for 7 seasons.
Yeah, but you got
I
Michelle
think-
Trachtenberg because of that move.
You know, I wish that they would have done something where she had just like disappeared after the end of that season and nobody remembered her. That would have been amazing. I would have loved that, but it didn't happen.
All right, so-
But then we got that really amazing thing from him. I'm sorry, I can talk about Buffy all night, and I'm just going to do this one thing and then we can move on. But that at the end where Xander talks about how you have the heroes and there has to be a person that sees them do the job that actually is normal and experiences that as a normal person. And I don't think we would have gotten that particular speech at the end of the series if we didn't have Michelle, even though she was a brat in the whole freaking thing. But
Just go quickly through the rest. Fringe.
Okay.
Defiance.
Okay.
Twilight Zone.
Of course.
Raised by Wolves.
Oh, you know what? That's another show that I didn't watch that I heard was good though.
Farscape.
Ooh, Farscape definitely has to be on there.
Sliders. Come on.
Okay.
4400. Black Mirror. Dark Matter.
Black Mirror was one I was going to ask. I was like, we need to make sure Black Mirror's on here.
Yeah.
Of course. It is.
I haven't seen it.
I've watched bits and pieces of it.
Black Mirror was amazing.
Yes. Dead Zone and V.
Dead Zone and V. Yeah.
No Orville, huh?
What?
No
The Orville.
These aren't comedic shows.
No, but the Orville's still sci-fi.
I know. Hey, if you want to pay for me to make bigger
Eureka's kind of comedy.
Okay, then I've got a question, Graveyard. Which bracket are you going to rope Supernatural into?
Oh, it's in this one.
Okay.
Ooh. But it could also be in the straight horror one.
No.
Yeah, I could. Oh,
It
come
could be
on.
in multiple brackets. That's why I'm asking.
We should do the seasons of Supernatural as a bracket.
There we
were
go.
15. I know. There's a list. I'll put it on there.
So we know that Cam is not going to be involved in the next bracket because Supernatural is all that matters for him. So,
well,
actually, you know what? Do me a favor, Graveyard. Do me a favor.
Yes.
In the first round,
do not put this
Supernatural against Stranger Things
together.
Oh man.
No, see, the way that the thing went for the sneak preview.
Here we go. Here's how it's randomized. I don't know anything.
I would not.
Yes, you do.
I would not do this on purpose.
Uh-huh.
All right, Graveyard, let's go.
Because I would not pit Supernatural against Curse Your Son and Inevitable Betrayal.
Also, another because I'm looking at a list of like different shows. Altered Carbon was really good.
Altered Carbon was really good. What was that show with Carl Urban and
Almost Human?
Almost Human. You say that every time I say Carl Urban. It's like he's my almost human guy. He really is. Because like I'm like, what's that show? He's done it like 3 times now. But no, I loved that show. I was so sad that it didn't get renewed for a second season.
Yeah, I picked the way I picked these were the most iconic, the most influential, and longest running.
Okay.
So
Except Firefly, because it only had 13 episodes, and 11 of them were
also
were there. But it did have a movie.
Also because I made the list, so yeah.
Yeah. So the fact that Buck Rogers in the 25th century is not on there.
Oh man, Buck Rogers in the 25th. I loved that
Want to give a little
show.
tease of who's pitted against who?
Aaron Gray. I
Did
wanted to be Aaron Gray when I grew up. I
Did
wanted to either
that
be Wonder
teaser-
Woman or Aaron Gray.
Did the teaser not tell you what Supernatural?
Okay,
is
how
against?
about this? Just send me the bracket to double check some stuff.
Uh-oh, he's gonna change the bracket.
No, I won't. I just want to double check to see who's up against who.
She got it. What my hint was, the very first line of the show. Curse your son, but inevitable betrayal. It's Firefly. Do you think I'd purposely put Firefly against Supernatural? No.
No.
Because Firefly would win.
Yeah, it will.
Yes, it will.
Firefly's fantastic. I love it. I bought it. I have a shirt. I have so many shirts. I have that one shirt that has the octopus on it. It's the Happy Odie bar. Happy Odie fruity bar. I love that shirt.
It's a trip how influential that show was for being something that got canceled after its first season.
It didn't even make it a season.
During its season.
11 episodes. There were 2 episodes that they didn't show.
Right.
And aired them out of date.
Mm-hmm. Out of order and all sorts of things.
And then they did the movie, and like, you know, that movie was amazing. Like, they did such a good job. And again, I don't know where it's at right now, but last I heard, Disney was going to revamp it and do it over with the original cast.
So
It would be cool if they did.
there are about 9 or 10 Firefly books that continue the stories.
Uh-huh. And then they've got the comics too.
Yes.
They did the comics. I'm actually looking at my Firefly DVD. Sorry, I was like, hey, look, right there.
Another
how do Reavers clean their spears? They run
No.
through their wash.
So Husby right now is wearing a Firefly shirt right now.
Of course.
And he was Jane at our wedding. He dressed up as Jane and wore the hat and everything when we got married because I was Wonder Woman and he was Jane. Yeah. So like that's how much we like Firefly. Just
another show that was better than it had any business being. That's not on the list, but I'm not upset that it's not on the list. The Sarah Connor Chronicles.
That was good.
That show was better than it had any business being. It could not have been as good as it was.
Yeah. And
considering the war that's in Terminator,
mm-hmm.
you know, and kind of like how that's deviated and just kind of become what it's become.
Well, it had what's her name? It had Cersei in it. And River had River from Firefly. So
yes.
I was gonna say Red Dwarf. I'm surprised Red Dwarf's not in there.
Red Dwarf is not in there.
I only have
on any of the lists.
I only have 32 spots.
Yeah, Man in the High Castle is another one.
Yes,
I haven't seen that.
I know what list you're looking at, Phil.
Yeah. Oh, is it the top?
Handmaiden's Tale.
It's probably the same list Graveyard went through.
Probably
the entire same list. No, definitely not.
I was gonna say you have your own like.
I have my own list.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be quite honest. This is my list.
Yeah, I was gonna say
what I'm looking at is
I want to see your letterbox numbers is what I want to see after you get through it. I'm still not through letterbox yet. I'm like, oh yeah, I remembered this movie or whatever.
Quantum Leap on there.
Oh, Quantum Leap, the original one, obviously, not the new one.
No, not the new one.
There is only
32 spots.
Should we do a second one?
Do we need to make parts 2 and 3?
Haven't you noticed this is pretty much 90s and 2000s?
Oh yeah, so we're gonna do another. Are we gonna do like 4, and then you're gonna have the final 4 like
probably.
fight it out.
You said Babylon 5, right?
No,
I thought you said Babylon 5.
I said Farscape.
he said Farscape.
Farscape, yeah.
And no, Lex is not on here either. All right.
Oh yeah. Oh, what about Cleopatra 25?
Also not on here.
25.
Anyway, folks, we've got much.
Neither is Homeboys in Outer Space. All right. I can tell you.
Oh my god! I forgot about that show.
Avenue 5.
All right, there can only be so many spots. We will do another sci-fi list. The only one I had to include in the newer stuff is the Twilight Zone. Because if it wasn't for the Twilight Zone, nothing else would exist.
Exactly.
So, all right, that's a long preview, but that's the preview.
Well, I mean,
We're already
we
voting
all
now.
had thoughts. Apparently, that was.
Okay,
yeah.
like I said, I just went through my just that list right there to see okay, here are some ideas. I mean, if they don't make it, they don't make it. It's
We'll make another one.
Yeah.
If they don't make it on the list, they just need to wait.
I also put stuff that most people have seen, somewhat or know it.
Yeah, there were a lot of recognizable ones. So even if I'm not caught up on it, I've seen some of it. Like The Expanse, I've seen an episode of it, and we just didn't get back to it. Like I've got so many things, and Wheel of Time started back up, so I'm watching that.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yes.
And I'll probably have to read those books because I really enjoy that universe.
Oh, those books are so hard
Wheel
to
of
read.
Time.
Are they really?
And was it
Rings of Power?
No, something in Bones. Shadow and Bone.
Mm-hmm.
Shadow and Bone's another good sci-fi show, but Shadow and Bone is another show that you should read the books. Because they mashed up Shadow and Bone, and then the spin-off, which is Six of Crows. They mashed up those two books together to do Shadow and Bone. And then what's funny is they just announced that they're doing a Six of Crows show. So it's like, what are you going to base that on when
Since you've already
been putting that in the Shadow and Bone, because they take place at different times in the same universe. But,
okay.
But what's funny is they took the Six of Crows and made it a parallel storyline in Shadow and Bone. So it's like Shadow and Bone, the show itself is really well done, but it's like, what are you guys going to do with Six of Crows? Like, are you just going to do an origin story of the Six of Crows, or I don't understand how you're going to do that now.
Well, from what I understand, the second season of Wheel of Time, they just basically blew up the books. They were just like, yeah, we're just going to do our own thing. So, but I haven't ever read the book, so I'm like, I don't care. What's going on?
I mean, they just Games of Thrones it,
Yeah. Just a little quicker than Game of Thrones did. But yeah, and then there's also, I was thinking about, there was another show that I was thinking about that should be on here, and now I've totally lost it because my husband handed me water.
Premise. Actor, give me it. What you got?
No, I completely forgot it, but it was something important.
If you're saying Trip in the Rift, I agree. It should also be on here.
No, although there was actually another one. So there was a Discworld show called The Watch that was on that is really obscure, but I loved it. If you guys ever get a chance to see it, it's on Apple TV, and it's so good. And it has the guy from Game of Thrones. He's on Game of Thrones. He plays the guy that dies all the time. Dondarrion, Beric Dondarrion. He's in that. He was also in Secret Invasion. He was in the first episode. But that guy, he plays the main guy in it.
Yes.
And he's really good in it.
The guy who dies all the time from Game of Thrones is Sean Bean.
No, the guy that dies in Game of Thrones all the time is Beric Dondarrion. Sean Bean does die all the time.
Everybody cry, why does Sean Bean always get the shit end of the stick?
In The Martian, I swear, the first time we watched The Martian, and every scene Sean Bean was in, I would lean over to my husband and go, I know something's just going to just ram itself through that window and just take him out. Baby, I don't think he's going to make it through the whole movie. So at the end of the movie, I was like, I'm so glad Sean Bean's still alive. I mean, I was so scared he was going to die. And he wasn't in it that much. So it was just like,
All right, we're running. I got to
we got to get going. Graveyard's got another show to get to. So let's let's do our pluggables here, guys.
We got merch, people.
Since you guys are basically setting me up for it, then I might as well do it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got merch, people. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, all you got to do is head over to distancenerding.com, or sorry, that's not the right correct thing. Send us an email at I gotta find the other thing.
It's
It's nerding
at AOL.com.
AOL.com. All right. So guys, shirts are $20, $25 if I gotta ship to you. Hats are $30, $35, $30 if you get multiple hats. There we go.
Oh.
Can't do it. Go to lucharillas.com. Get in some of that Lucharillas merch. All right, guys, give us your pluggables.
Alrighty, you can catch both of us on Saturday hosting the Summer Cosplay Gathering. You can find me on Instagram at CamCosplay0. I'm also in the Nerdington Post. I've been posting a couple of stuff.
You can find me on Instagram at Anna.MarieBaby.
Boom. Frey.
Yay.
Hi.
Hi.
So I am on Distance Nerding, usually on the download on Tuesdays. I am on the Nerd Out at Kyber Cave Productions on Saturday mornings, where I am the game master of all games. And I have my own channel at Frey Girl, where I've got a classified episode up about the Bad Batch. So if you guys do want to check that out, please go ahead and do so. We will be doing the supplemental series called Journals of the Classes, which actually details all of the Dungeons and Dragons classes and subclasses. So if you guys don't know anything about that, you can absolutely check there. For that should be out soon. And yeah, hopefully we're going to do a new show on this channel called Origin Stories, where we tell the kind of the unknown or what is it, the unknown stories or behind the scenes stories of characters, like how Captain Marvel is Captain Marvel in the Marvel universe and Shazam in the DC universe, stuff like that. So hopefully we'll get that done soon and on the channel.
L.A. Night. Yeah.
All right. Graveyard. Of course, we need you to tell everybody who you are. Give us your pluggables.
They mostly
Pod.
at night. Mostly.
Who am I? What now? Okay, so I am Graveyard, co-host of the Mostly Pod Out at Night Mostly podcast. You can find us on Comic-Con Radio, releasing new episodes every Wednesday. On top of that, you can follow us on all social media at Pod Out at Night. Starting next month, we are starting our live interview show, Conversations in the Void. We already have 5 people lined up, ready to go right now. So make sure to check it out. That'll be live.
Is that the one you were talking to Anna and I about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that'll be premiering live on YouTube at Pod Out at Night on YouTube. So make sure to check that out. Follow us there. That'll be on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Central. On top of that, you can find me here every Thursday on the build doing brackets. And you can find me over at Kyber K Productions 2 or 3 days a week at this point in time. Soon to be more as more games are coming out. So make sure to go over there and check us out there.
Boom. All right, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? You got,
A night. Yeah.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, you know who I am. I'm your boy, Young Phil. Check us out. All social medias that exist. All your favorite places. The Instagram, the Facebook, the Twitter, the Twitch, the TikTok, the Threads, the YouTubes, the Discord, MySpace, GeoCities, Friendster, Second Life, AIM, Farmers Only, Christian Mingle.
OnlyFans.
It's only pictures of Aaron Watson's feet and mandals. Ladies and gentlemen, all the places at Distance Nerding. And of course, if you want to shoot us an email, you want to tell us how much you hate the show, how much you love the show, how much you, God damn it, Frey, how much you'll see here in a moment. I can see it off screen right now. It's fucking scary.
La 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 la.
She just wants to love you, Phil.
You hate the show. How much you want us to break up with your boyfriend? How much you enjoy whenever Phoenix makes out with her boyfriend? Anytime that Cam decides that he wants to talk about Stranger Things, and how much he wants to bang the Winchesters, all that kind of stuff. Send us an email.
It's not the Winchesters, it's Crowley.
Sure.
Who doesn't? That man is fine.
You can email us at intsnerding@aol.com. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Jesus for the dance party.
Time for Jesus?
With Bray to see what the hell's going on.
After you see what I'm about to put on the screen, you are going to have to go to Jesus.
Distance nerding.
Horrible movies.
Oh God, you want to bring up bad movies? The Raggedy Ann movie, so bad, so bad that I don't even think you can find that on streaming. We'll see everybody next week.
Bye.